Did you have a favorite spot from the match? I did. Mine was when Roxanne countered Thanos. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Rhea.
So she countered. I think she was going for like a riptide or something onto the ladder, and then Roxanne countered it with the Hurricane Rana, flipped her onto the ladder, and then countered with a moonsault. I thought that was really fresh, and it just showed her tenacity. Really, I want to say Roxanne Perez, in my opinion, she was the real star of this match because she showcased who she was the best. For example, when her and Julia had their eventual fallout from the match, you know how they were teaming up for a little bit because they were former NXT rivals and they teamed a little bit, and so they have multiple layers of history there. And then you have Julia going to grab the ladder, and then Roxanne just snapping on her and turning on her vicious side. And so I really do. I always liked it about Roxanne is her ability to go from, I guess, unseeming, innocuous, innocent, and then just turn it on a dime and just be this nasty, vicious heel to just go all out and really be almost, I don't want to say bipolar because that's not clinically accurate, and people like to nitpick about things like that. But for the sake of explanation, you know what I mean. How she goes from extremes very quickly, and she goes from 0 to 100, and there's no middle area. Them having Becky take the title, I wasn't a fan of that decision. I knew it was going to happen, but the way that they handled, I think, was the best way possible, and that was to give Lyra some grit, and it didn't take her a month to show some spine. Like I was afraid that they were gonna try to treat her like they did Bailey, and I think that they kind of learned from the lesson for making her like too good of a baby face and be like, yeah, I lost, I'm disgraced, and this is the champion, she won. But no, she cheated. She held your tights, and so yeah, put the boots to her ass at the end of the match. She didn't win fair and square. And then she tried to humiliate her afterwards, and I think that was audacious for Becky to not expect that. But I'm glad that they did that, and I think this certainly goes to get not only the title over, but Lyra. So while I would have booked this slightly differently, I'm not exactly mad at it. I think this was a fine match. I think Becky, one of her most underrated attributes is her trash talk in the ring, because there was this line where she said, and they picked it up on the mic, and said, "This is your champion for about 5 more minutes."
How did you catch that?
Oh yeah, she said that, and literally, Lyra was champion for about 5 more minutes.
That's funny.
So I just thought that was hilarious, and yeah, they have a tremendous amount of chemistry. I don't know that, like, what's the consequence of that? They're just so fluid in the ring. They have such a cohesion. Lyra, she seemed to. This was very much different from their first match, in which it seemed like Lyra had her number the entire time. Like, every time Becky had something, she had to counter for it, and I could easily see them running this back as a trifecta, because the last time Lyra won, how did Lyra win? She won via like a roll up or something. Yeah, she won by a roll up. Then you had the Becky you had the tights pull, and yeah, this is definitely they're gonna have another match, especially after what Lyra did to her. So I'm really enjoying this program. Enjoyable match. I don't have anything negative to say about this one.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Probably their best one so far in the terms of matches. And also, yeah, and also I feel, me particularly, I'm starting to like Becky as a heel. Just what you was talking about. She did have a video, she did have like a promo she did this week. I don't know if it was on Raw. It might have had to be on Raw. And she was just talking about, I think the whole respect angle, just a lack of respect, and I thought it was really good. And then after the match, where she was good, just taunting Lyra, like, put my hand up. Come on, you're not done. Put my hand. Come on now. Put it on me. Put the belt on me. I thought it was just hilarious.
And Lyra was about to have like a nervous breakdown in the ring.
She was.
She was going to hit the Tyrese. What more do you want from me?
And then at the post-event press conference, I thought she was good, just answering questions, just staying in character, just talking about the respect angle, just coming in, like, "Nah, I'm getting no respect." She's just mad at what Lyra did to her. I thought it was good. So I'm starting to like Becky as a heel, and I thought it was probably their best match so far. And I do agree, they're definitely gonna run it back again for probably a final match. Whether Lyra will win that match, I don't know. It will be interesting. That would bring everything together, but we'll see what will happen.